Today, let's talk about Leon Edwards. Now, many people are saying that Leon Edwards is washed because of his recent two losses back to back to both Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady. But in all honesty, I think Leon Edwards isn't washed. I think he was never that good to begin with. Now, it's no secret that many people consider this era, or shall I say the Kamaru Usman era of welterweights, to be some of the weakest welterweights in history. Not a lot of great competition, especially if you look at the Usman title defenses. Looking back on it, the level of competition was never that high. The top guys were all Kamaru, Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal, and Colby Covington were all hanging around the top of that time for a long time. And no offense to those guys, but seeing how they're declining now against all this new generation of top welterweights, it seems like they're kind of aging badly. Now, let's get back to Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards ducked all of them. He fought none of those top welterweights to get to the title, which is crazy to me. The people hyped up his, I think it was a 14-fight win streak, something like that, 15, 13. But if you look on his actual record, he fought very little good names. I think the biggest names he fought were Vicente Luque, Brian Barberena, Donald Cerrone, Gunnar Nelson, Rafael, Bilal fight, but that was a no contest, so I'm not counting that, and Nate Diaz. But the thing is, none of these are really like high level names. And in the Brian Barberena fight, he got knocked down, and he didn't finish any of these people. And he got rocked in a Nate Diaz fight bad at the end, which, I mean, he did dominate that fight. But getting rocked by an unranked Nate Diaz at welterweight on his way out is crazy. And that was the fight that got him the title shot. Basically, he hasn't done anything impressive to anyone in the top 15. He did beat Gunnar Nelson, but that was by split decision. And RDA at welterweight is not the same as he was at lightweight. And in my opinion, RDA is kind of overrated if you really think about it. Good fighter, but I think people overrate him heavily. The worst thing for the welterweight division was him knocking out Kamaru Usman. Because Kamaru Usman was such a renowned champion, had so much more hype behind him. It just would have made up for a much better storyline if Usman lost to one of the new up-and-comers for changing the guard instead of an older fighter in Edwards getting a knockout last second. And he also finished against Colby Covington, who never should have gotten that title shot. That was the biggest Dana White privilege ever. I don't know how Colby got so many title shots over and over again that were frankly undeserved, but it is what it is. So his only title defenses are against Kamaru Usman and Colby, and he lost to Bilal. Now, I think Bilal is a great fighter, but the way he ragged out Leon and kind of just dominated him the whole fight, Leon just wilted against him, and his lack of heart is honestly his worst quality. The way he gives up when he's losing a fight, especially to, it seems like, a grappler, is really just it throws you off. It seems like Leon Edwards does have the skill set to become the champion, but it seems like he doesn't have the mentality, which is really weird for this level. He has the mentality of Charles Oliveira when he was early into his career before he had his daughter. It seems like he just is too ready to give up, too ready to seek a way out. Now, Chael Sonnen said something like this too. Some people do find a way out in those tough situations, and I feel like Leon Edwards is that guy. He was getting pressured by Sean Brady and takes a shot that far back, super far back against a really good grappler. It just, for someone with such good fight IQ as him, it made very little sense. It seemed like he was just getting beat on and wanted to find a way out. Gets submitted by Sean Brady with a mounted guillotine, and I don't know. it just feels like Leon Edwards is just kind of just like a disappointing fighter. Like, he had to get pep talked by his coach twice. Like, I don't know what's going on with his mind or in his own life. And his bald spot. I don't want to speak on that. I don't want to, because you never know what someone's going through. But for a top level fighter to have to be told by his coaches over and over again, can you stop giving up, please? Can you do something? Can you stop quitting? It's just kind of insane, and he just needs to do better. He's not a bad fighter, but honestly, it seems like he ducks challenges and ducks top competition. He wants to find the easiest way to the belt and wants to do the easiest way to win every fight. He never wants to take a risk. That is his greatest flaw. He's like, I don't want to call any fighter scared, but he's almost like a scared fighter. He just wants to take the safest route. He's scared of being damaged. It's very strange. So I don't think you can call an old welterweight Donald Cerrone, Gunnar Nelson, a welterweight RDA, and Nate Diaz a good title run. I'm sorry, you cannot. I don't know. He just doesn't fight enough top-level opponents and doesn't fight often enough. As a fighter, I think he's just, I don't know. He may be one of the more unremarkable champions of the last few years, which is weird. I think even Sean Strickland was a more remarkable champion than him. Like, he caused more impact and everything. Even though I don't think he got a single defense. But I feel like people are going to remember Sean Strickland as champion longer than Leon Edwards as champion, who had 2 title defenses, which is crazy. But Leon really needs to find a way to get his mental up. Because he's so disappointing. You feel like he could be a great fighter, but it just feels like he doesn't show his true potential. Which is crazy to say of someone who's champion. Someone who knocked out Kamaru Usman. It seems like he just is holding his own self back. So, with his mentality right now, you do have to say he's washed. If he ever comes back with a killer mentality, I doubt it, seeing as he did nothing in the fight against Colby. Even though Colby talked all that trash about his dad and actually got him mad for once. I just don't think we're going to see anything big out of Leon Edwards anytime soon. I think he's going to win some fights, lose some fights, but in my opinion, he's probably never going to touch a title again.